In order to be able to drive a cost-effective self-help vehicle, the owner of the Pakistan Railway directly purchased this battle-damaged 8-hand truck and then spent tens of thousands of rupees to repair it and convert it into a 100-ton king. It is not that new cars are unaffordable, but that modified trucks are more cost-effective. The chassis of this 8-hand truck looks very old, but it is not new at all because the truck was also handmade by a small workshop. Due to the inadequate anti-rust process, the entire beam has been modified very seriously. In addition, the owner often pulls a little more. The overall condition of the vehicle is so bad that the neighboring ODBO shook his head when he saw it. In order to convert it into a 100-ton king, the masters first need to disassemble the entire chassis because their equipment is limited. It is not so easy to operate. First, they use a sledgehammer and a chisel to remove the anchor nails that fix the cross beam. They skillfully use a sledgehammer and a chisel to knock. Some of the anchor nails that fix the cross beam have been removed very quickly because this beam is seriously rusted. They cannot replace a new one. Due to limited equipment, we need to disassemble the multi-layer beam steel plate for subsequent reference. We use the method of filming Tiger to make a new beam. After using a sledgehammer to disassemble the beam, we need to disassemble the engine and gearbox. We use a high-end crane to assist. The powertrain has quickly moved to an open space on the side. The front axle that is in the way also needs to be disassembled because the structure of the front axle of this truck is relatively simple. The kingpin used to connect the front axle bracket is disassembled. At this time, the front axle assembly has been separated from the truck. When moving the front axle, because they did not support the front axle in advance, the beam collapsed directly and an accident almost occurred. The nail head is cut off, and then you only need to knock down the rivet. After their skilled operation, the entire truck chassis has been disassembled into parts on the ground. The outer beam needs to be reused as a reference. It is a serious position. The masters use a leveling grinder to perform detailed grinding and apply a layer of anti-rust paint. Then the masters can use the high-end small truck. The beams were transported to the beam production workshop. Here, the masters need to use steel paper to measure the size of the beams first. Some marks will be drawn on the new beams. Then, this modified hydraulic press can be used to slowly shape the steel plate into the shape of the beam according to the marks just drawn. After the masters carefully shaped the ordinary steel plate, it has finally been shaped. Then, they only need to use the strong pressure of the hydraulic press. The two steel plates have been spliced together very quickly to ensure that there is no deviation in the gap between the steel plates. The hydraulic press needs to be used to limit the steel plates. Then, electric welding is used for detailed welding. Now the beam steel plate has been thickened to 3 layers. Next, they only need to assemble the beams together. During the assembly process, they use large aggravation to limit the gap between the beam and the cross beam. To prevent the two beams from deviating, they only use a low profile level gauge and then make adjustments to the beam. The assembly process of the beam was quite fast under their skilled operation. The masters had limited equipment, so the whole installation process was neither slow nor fast. The master knocked about 300 times and installed all the anchors. The front axle was fixed and suspended. They used a tape measure to measure the position, and then used electric welding to fix it. After that, in order to improve the anti-rust ability of the beam steel plate, the inside of the beam needs to be painted with anti-rust paint. After completing this step, they used the trumpet to assist in the installation. The steel plate used for reinforcement was installed very quickly. Then the front axle assembly can be installed in place. Because the previous cross beam was severely rusted, the masters had made a brand new one. After their collective installation, all the cross beams were installed. The masters had installed the brake pipes on the inside of the beam, and the master brake cylinder could be installed on the side. A high-end crane was used for assistance. The engine that just passed the running in and it has been installed very quickly. The two sides of the dump truck beam need to be installed with the foot irons to fix the base of the car body. The repair pipe imposture is that after the tacit cooperation of several people, the rear axle suspension bracket has been installed. When installing, the master uses a sledgehammer to knock. The kingpin has been assembled on the truck at this time. Then the rear axle can be pushed to the appropriate installation position. You can see that there are a lot of suspension steel plates. Although it is a 3-axle truck, there is only one drive axle. Only experienced drivers can drive such a high suspension. This high suspension is destined to make this truck easy to roll over. At this time, the masters are starting the engine for testing. Although the engine is relatively old, it can still start normally. After a week of repair and modification, the truck can now drive normally. At this time, what do you think of the results of the master's hard work? If there are 10 points, how many points are you willing to give?